You wake up in an office, a cold fluorescent glow overhead, and a gut feeling that you've been here before. Your body's on autopilot, you don't remember how you got here, you don't remember what you do. But you're here. Again.
What the hell?
No, it's not a hangover, just another day at Lumon Industries where the coffee is weak, the reward systems are weaker, and the only thing more fractured than your memory is the company's org chart. You see, Lumon doesn't just have departments, it weaponises the separation between them. They've quite literally orchestrated tweets and deepfakes. Whoops, sorry, my bad. I mean artistic paintings depicting violent coups, where each painting has the same event but with different perpetrators, fostering a beautiful culture of fear and mistrust amongst Lumon employees. The different groups become dehumanised, creature-like even.
You all have pouches.
Pouches? Like to carry young?
Yes.
All in an effort to stop them working together. They don't just hate each other, they fear each other. And I mean, to be fair, I'm not sure I would want to stand too close to Team Goat either.
But before you go, we would like to see your bellies.
If all of this is just sounding too familiar, it's because it should. Lumon's strategy is older than Kia's corpse. Keep workers working against each other, and they'll never team up. It's the same playbook used everywhere. Office politics, culture wars, even that group chat where one friend swears they didn't start the drama, when we all know they totally did. I mean, why do you even need to worry about your soul-crushing job when you're too busy side-eyeing Cheryl from printing because you are pretty sure that she's sending frequent emails to Doge? But this isn't just a Lumon thing, it represents our society. Left versus right, remote workers versus office martyrs, boomers versus millennials, climate change activists versus climate change deniers, flat earthers versus, well, normal people. The more we fight each other, the less we ask why Miss Cobell gets her own private office while we're stuck sorting scary numbers and fighting over who gets more erasers. So what is Lumon's strategy? Well, it's divide and conquer. Every department does one hyper-specific task, no collaboration, no questions. Just sort the scary numbers and organise the paintings or feed the goats. It's like they took efficiency and crossed it with a dystopian assembly line for the broken-hearted. But Lumon has taken lessons from organisations that have eventually been felled by Taylorism, and they know that monotony will always eventually lead to dissent. So Lumon likes to spice things up with something I like to call corporate cultism. They don't just want employees, they want believers. You can chant Kia's praises and you stop questioning why there are no windows and why you haven't seen the sky since onboarding. At some point, you even forget what the outside feels like, and even worse, you just stop caring. And I'm presuming you're catching on now because this is what real companies do too. Just replace Kia's wisdom with our company values, add a few beanbags, some performance-based rankings to pit against your co-workers, and sprinkle in a wellness app that sends push notifications at 2 a.m. Loyalty isn't inspired, it's enforced. After all, we're a family. Well, right up until they fire everyone via a Zoom call.
You are part of the unlucky group being laid off. Your employment here is terminated.
It's not ideology, it's control. And if the Kool-Aid doesn't work, fear can be one heck of a management strategy, especially when they can't escape. It only took 2 full work days where Helly was forced to recite her compunction statement a total of 1,072 times to break. Distrust grows, relationships fracture, people start policing themselves and each other. And let's face it, that is a good job for Lumon, as they seem to have some pretty lax security. In the early part of Season 1, we see the departments isolated, infighting, scared of each other. PT is quite literally walking alone on death's door while Mark S completes his data refinement, and he finally collapses when Mark ultimately shows up just that little bit too late. But as the season progresses and they stop concerning themselves with who has the most finger traps and we see a united MDR, this is when the cracks in Lumon's system begin to show. In the season finale, MDR teamed together to access the overtime contingency. United, they formed a plan, and it did work, just not to the level that they'd hoped. And of course, they were separated again and broken by the system. It just wasn't enough. By the time we approach the Season 2 finale, it's not just MDR together, they have help from the other departments, which is paramount when we get to the climax of trying to free Gemma. We have Milchek trapped in the bathroom like a caged bull. Helly's barely holding the door. She screams to the band for help. Hold the door! And they act like they can't see or even hear her. The band just keeps playing. For a second, it looks hopeless. She can't hold the door by herself. But then Dylan rolls in like a vending machine wielding hero. But still, the band just plays on. Why? Because that's what we've been programmed to do. It's the ultimate bystander effect. The same reason we watch rising inequality, burnout, and the billionaires hoarding wealth like dragons while thinking, well, that's just how it is. What's one person like me supposed to do? Well, moving on from that bleak imagery, we cut back to Mark S, who looks like he might die alone in one of those godforsaken corridors. But don't worry, he gets a last-minute save from none other than Goat Brienne. No one is saving this guy, though. It looks like he also needed a team. Flip back, and Helly's speech is hitting harder this time because now the band has stopped playing and they're not taking orders from Milchek anymore. They're not retreating. They're united behind Dylan, of all people. people, but united. The spell has broken and they have looked up. And I can't help but thinking, is Severance telling us to wake up here? So next time you're mad at another department or another political party or the guy who unironically defends Game of Thrones Season 8, ask yourself who really benefits from this fight. Because maybe, just maybe, the person you're mad at isn't your enemy. They're just stuck in the same hallway as you. And the only way out? Stop playing along.